To our media partners, thank you all so much for joining us for this virtual news conference to discuss the next step in our Resilient Savannah plan, the after this of COVID-19 in our community. As you know, we've worked diligently to protect Savannahans and to stem the spread of COVID-19 in the Savannah community. We have kept the faith, but we are continuing to follow the science. Because of our collective efforts, Chatham County, which is Georgia's 5th most populous county, is 138 out of 159 counties for infection rate. And we recognize that in addition to having healthy people, we must also have healthy businesses, meaning that businesses are taking care of their employees and their customers. So although our human exposure has been relatively low, I certainly can tell you that the impact on our local business community has been massive. As I said before, we know a lot of our folks in our community are struggling, and we include in that number business owners, particularly small business owners, people whose life's work is essentially reduced to the business that they put their entire life into. And now not having the ability to earn an income, not having the ability to operate, has implications for years to come. That being said, I realize there are some things that we cannot change. There is things that we can change, and we have to know the wisdom between the two. As it relates to businesses opening and Georgia opening, the fact of the matter is the state of Georgia is open. Folks are all over the place. They're returning to Savannah, and that is something that we cannot change. We can change, however, how our business community reacts, and I'm excited about the fact that we've been able to communicate and have, I think, mutually beneficial dialogue with our business community about how to do this, but how to do it safely. So I'm pleased to partner with private sector organizations, including the Savannah Area Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce, the Metropolitan Savannah Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Visit Savannah, and the Tourism Leadership Council to assist local businesses with the process of opening up, but doing so based on science and data. This new initiative of the Resilient Savannah Plan is the Savannah Safe Pledge, which is a voluntary program for businesses to voluntarily commit to the CDC's standards for preventing the spread of COVID-19. So we believe, quite frankly, that there is an intersection between personal responsibility and business responsibility. Where business responsibility and personal responsibility meet, that is the safe place of operating during these times. This program would allow business owners to visit a new website called savannahsafe.com, savannahsafe.com, review the standards for being designated Savannah Safe, and then making a commitment to maintain those standards. All businesses who choose to participate will receive a certificate identifying them as a Savannah Safe program participant, which will indicate to their employees, and their customers, and to their mayor that they are committed to maintaining an operation that is safe as possible during this pandemic. It is our belief that we will be able to help more local businesses get back on their feet quicker by providing a notice to would-be customers that they are maintaining the Savannah Safe standards. And all participating businesses will also be listed on savannahsafe.com. As we move forward, we're reopening our economy safely. I want to commend our private sector partners for working with us. We recognize that we're in a partnership. We're at this table together. We cannot do it unilaterally. We must do it together. And I want to thank them for their willingness and for their dialogue, in which we were able to develop something that I think makes sense, that follows the science, and that is a part of a well-developed and a hopefully well implemented plan. So we'll go around just for purposes of folks being here, just introduce your name and your affiliation so everybody will know the partners in this room that are safely distanced. So speak real loud.
Marcelo Stewart, President, Great Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce.
Kimberly Phillips, City Market.
Bill Hubbard, Savannah Chamber.
Courtney Rollins, President, Buy Local Savannah.
Jackie Schott, Savannah Downtown Business Association.
Paul Singh, Chairman with Savannah.
Michael Owens, Tourism Leadership Council.
Joe Marinelli, Visit Savannah.
Alfonso Ribot, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Katie Lazat, I'm with Broadmark, helping the digital side of this.
So as you can see, the individuals here are strategic in that in reaching these individuals and having this agreement with these individuals, you're reaching literally hundreds, if not thousands, of our Savannah businesses. These are the power players, if you will, in our community. And so as they have found it wise to work with us, we're hoping that their businesses and those that they represent will find it wise to partner with us as well. We all want the same thing. We want healthy people. We want people to be safe. And we want our business community to do well. We recognize that it's not mutually exclusive. It has to all work together. So soon we'll be talking with our friends at Visit Savannah about our tourism and how do we roll that out. And we're expecting to start doing that soon, of course, doing it in a very safe manner. So I'm excited for that conversation. Also, just adding, I'm also pleased to announce the donation of more than 4,500 cloth face coverings from Bella Canvas, one of the largest manufacturers of apparel in the United States. Their Los Angeles manufacturing facility transitioned all production from apparel to non-medical face coverings. And this is what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be masks that we're asking people to wear. We're just asking for them to cover their face. Simple. My head is big, but my ears are little. So that's all we're asking people to do. We know that masks do not prevent infections. We realize that. The science says that masks prevent me, if I'm sick, from spreading it to someone else. So we're figuring if everybody's wearing a mask, then I'm protecting you from me, and you're protecting me from you. And that is what this is all about. So we have over 4,500 of these free to the city of Savannah, and I'm grateful for my affiliation with the U.S. Conference of Mayors and my partnership with this organization, which enabled us to get these face coverings into our city free of charge to the city and ultimately in the hands of those who need it the most. We will be announcing pickup locations for these face coverings to any of our citizens in the coming days. We will also make them available to our homeless community as well, because we want to make sure every Savannah remains safe. So we will get through this, but we will do it, and we must do it together. We'll do it sitting around the table, socially distanced, but I'm just confident in our ability to be able to transcend and be bigger than the things that face us. And the only way we do that is to do it together. And so I'm just thank you all so much for your willingness to work with us and be with us. And we have big dragons to slay, and this was a big one today. So as I always say, may God bless you, and may God continue to bless the city of Savannah. And we'll entertain any questions you have at this time. Or if any of you all want to say anything, please. Yes, Nick.
With the Savannah Safe Pledge, do the businesses have to go through any kind of inspection or anything to show that they are complying with the guidelines, or is it more kind of an honor system situation?
Both, but we'll let Bill talk about that. Okay.
I think it's a pledge that all the businesses make. That's what the mayor challenged us all to do, was come up with a pledge that people could commit to. And once that happens, there will be a lot of peer pressure. As we all see it today, if you're not wearing a mask in the right place, or if you're not doing the right thing, I think people are calling you out on it and people are paying attention. So I think we'll see a lot of peer pressure, but I don't think we'll see an individual inspection by business by business.
But what you will see is that we have a code compliance department whose role is to do these types of things anyway. And if they have a certificate on their door saying they're doing one thing and they're not doing it, that's an issue from us. And again, part of that is that their employees are wearing masks. You know, so these are things that are A, it follows the guidance. Secondly, it's very easily verifiable. Either they're doing it or they're not doing it. And as we found locally in this community, your own customers are turning you in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
What was the name of the company that donated the mask again?
Let me get their name correct. The company's name is Bell. Make sure it's right. Bella Canvas. BELLACANVAS. And again, this was a partnership with that company and the U.S. Conference of Mayors.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I have a quick question.
Yes, Ms. Kelly.
Hello. So for businesses that do not make this pledge, is there a consequence to them? Is it a social consequence? What is your message to people, business owners who say, I don't want to do it?
They're welcome to do what they want to do. I know I won't be supporting their business. I mean, because if they're not operating in that way, then that means they're also not operating in the manner that the CDC prescribes. So that's an issue for me. And I think it's an issue for everybody. This is nothing extraordinary in terms of the CDC guidance. It's extraordinary that we're making people commit to doing what they say they're going to do. And I think, again, as evidenced by all of these business professionals here, this is something that is not extraordinary. I think businesses really want to do the right thing, and we've received so many calls from various businesses and from our associations asking, what can we do to make sure that we're safe? And so they want to do the right thing. And so again, as Bill said, I think the consequences is really folks not utilizing their businesses and their peers saying, why are you not doing it? I mean, it's almost akin to me, it's like the health department number. If the number is not high enough, I'm not going there. And neither will most people. It might still be open, but nobody's going there.
Joe, you may want to talk about how it generates a list for tourists or local residents to see who's taken the pledge and who hasn't, so they know.
Sure, by going to www.savannahsafe.com, companies have the opportunity to complete a form that will populate the website. And then for visitors, whether they're folks from the community or visitors from outside, also have the opportunity to see the list of companies that have taken the pledge and support those area businesses. And those companies that have taken the pledge will be categorized by their different industries. So if you're looking for a restaurant, you'll know which restaurants took the pledge, which hotels took the pledge, which tire companies or dentist office took the pledge. They'll all be separated by category and then alphabetized. So if you're a local business, you're going to want to go on, sign up, take the pledge. That will enable you to receive an email with a poster that identifies you as a company that has taken the pledge. You can display that poster in any fashion that you want in your business. And then separately, visitors to the website, savannahsafe.com, will also be able to see all of the businesses that have taken the pledge and signed up to support the program.
I have one more question also. Because we have all these people here, can someone give us an update on the state of tourism or how our ports are operating right now? Those are two of our biggest industries here, so if we could just get an update on that and the effect it could have in the future.
So I'm Michael Owens with the Tourism Leadership Council. As the mayor said, Georgia is open for business, and to Savannah is as well. However, at present we still have several lodging facilities, tourism attractions and the like that have not been ready to open yet. They're currently training their staff and sourcing PPE. We'll see more places open in the next couple of weeks. Those places that are operating have reasonably good business in comparison to the way that things were just a month ago. So we are seeing more folks come in. Most of it is, and I would say almost all of it is drive-in business, and folks are just coming down for the weekend. They're enjoying our outdoor spaces. Mostly the beach is a very attractive place to go. Certainly our squares and parks are something that's very attractive to folks. We think it's going to be a long recovery road. That's the fact. It will be years until we return to the same business that we saw before, but we're starting to see some early indicators on a lot of data points that are showing that interest is slowly returning.
I wanted to add to the earlier point to your question, Kelly, as well. We won't be afraid to revoke a certificate from a business that's not operating within the standards. Again, there are a lot of eyes watching. And I think the other thing is that we recognize that Savannah is also a regional leader. So there might be businesses outside of Savannah. And our neighboring municipalities might want to take the pledge. You want to take the pledge? If you're doing the right thing, take the pledge. It is now, the site is now live, SavannahSafe.com. There's also a button on our website that has gone live, and I'm certain that as we're speaking now, our first businesses are signing up for that. Many of our businesses have already been doing some of these practices. I've seen them across the community. And again, this is a way for us to just have a public affirmation and notification of businesses that are willing to do the right things to protect their employees and to protect their customers. And I think that's only fair.
Yeah, let's double check it. Will be code compliance that'll be going into the businesses to see if they're complying with the, like on the website, complying with all the guidelines?
Sure. And the mayor. I eat a lot. You can tell I visit a lot of businesses, and again, I've received a lot of calls, and people regularly, this business is not doing this, they're not doing that. And so my request is going to be if you walk in a business and they're not wearing masks, that's an issue. We want to know about it. So the greatest part about this is not city mandated. The businesses will essentially police themselves. And that is a good thing. Because again, I think the industries want to do the right thing. They're part of our community. Any other questions? All right, well, we want to thank you all so much again. I thank all of our business folks. I will give you all a big hug, but not today. I appreciate you all, members of the media. Thank you so much. We are Savannah Strong. We are resilient Savannah. Thanks so much.
Thank you.